The cheapest rice and grain in the world is white rice in Asia and Africa. The most affordable staple grain in the world is corn, found worldwide. The most seasonal jump grain in the world is quinoa in South America. The most exotic mid-range grain in the world is wild rice in North America. The most luxurious grain in the world is black rice, forbidden rice, in China. The most expensive rice in the world is kinmamai premium rice in Japan.
The cheapest spice in the world is salt in many countries. The most affordable everyday spice in the world is black pepper worldwide. The most seasonal jump herb in the world is fresh basil in Europe or US. The most exotic mid-range spice in the world is vanilla beans in Madagascar. The most luxurious herb in the world is fennel pollen in Italy, US. The most expensive spice in the world is saffron in Iran, Spain, and India.
The most common condiment is soy sauce, a kitchen essential across Asia. The most affordable global favorite is ketchup, found on tables worldwide. The biggest seasonal jump is maple syrup, tapped in springtime Canada. The most exotic mid-range is fish sauce, a flavor bomb of Southeast Asia. The most luxurious is aged balsamic vinegar from Italy's Modena region. The most expensive is white truffle sauce, a gourmet indulgence from Italy and France.
The everyday essential oil is vegetable oil, used worldwide. The most beloved affordable oil is olive oil, iconic in the Mediterranean. The biggest seasonal jump comes from pumpkin seed oil in Europe. The most exotic mid-range pick is avocado oil, mainly from Mexico and Chile. The most luxurious everyday fat is extra virgin coconut oil from tropical islands. The most expensive of all is truffle-infused olive oil, a gourmet Italian-French delicacy.
The cheapest nut in the world is peanuts, enjoyed almost everywhere. The most affordable seed snack is sunflower seeds, loved across Asia and Europe. The biggest seasonal jump is chestnuts, especially popular in Asia and Europe during winter. The most exotic mid-range pick is pine nuts, harvested in the Mediterranean and China. The most luxurious nut is macadamia nuts, famous from Hawaii and Australia. The most expensive of all is wild tonka beans, prized in South America for their rare, fragrant flavor. The cheapest vegetable in the world is cabbage in many countries. The most affordable staple vegetable in the world is potatoes worldwide. The most seasonal jump vegetable in the world is asparagus in Europe or US. The most exotic mid-range vegetable in the world is wasabi root in Japan. The most luxurious vegetable in the world is white truffle in Italy. The most expensive vegetable in the world is hop shoots in the Netherlands.
The cheapest meat in the world is chicken, sold globally. The most affordable staple protein in the world is pork in Asia and Europe. The most seasonal jump protein in the world is beef steak in the US or Europe. The most exotic mid-range protein in the world is foie gras in France. The most luxurious protein in the world is Wagyu beef in Japan. The most expensive meat in the world is Kobe or Matsusaka beef in Japan. The cheapest seafood in the world is sardines in many coastal countries. The most affordable shellfish in the world is mussels in Europe. The most seasonal jump seafood in the world is sea urchin, wuno, in Japan. The most exotic mid-range seafood in the world is abalone in East Asia. The most luxurious seafood in the world is almas caviar in Iran or Russia. The most expensive seafood in the world is bluefin tuna in Japan.
The cheapest drink in the world is masala chai in India. The most affordable, refreshing drink in the world is sugarcane juice in Southeast Asia. The most overpriced coffee in the world is kopi luwak. The most luxurious tea in the world is da hong pao tea in China. The most extravagant cocktail in the world is the Ono champagne cocktail in Las Vegas, USA. The most expensive drink ever sold is Isabella Isla whiskey in Scotland. The cheapest fruit in the world is bananas, worldwide. The best value tropical fruit in the world is mangoes, India. The most seasonal price jump fruit in the world is durian, Southeast Asia. The most exotic mid-priced fruit in the world is dragon fruit, Vietnam or Thailand. The most luxurious fruit in the world is ruby Roman grapes, Japan. The most expensive fruit in the world is Yubari King melon, Japan.
The cheapest chocolate in the world is milk chocolate bars sold globally.
The most affordable favorite chocolate is dark chocolate, 70%. The biggest seasonal jump is artisan hot chocolate in Europe or US cafes. The most exotic mid-range is single origin craft chocolate from Ecuador or Peru. The most luxurious is Toac Vintage chocolate from Ecuador. The most expensive chocolate ever sold is La Madeleine aux Truffes from the USA. The cheapest dairy in the world is paneer in India. The most affordable everyday cheese is cheddar in the US or UK. The biggest seasonal jump goes to fresh mozzarella in Italy. The most exotic mid-range cheese is Manchego in Spain. The most luxurious is Parmigiano Reggiano, aged 36 plus months in Italy. The most expensive cheese ever sold is Poulet donkey cheese from Serbia.
The cheapest dessert in the world is kulfi, India. The most expensive dessert in the world is strawberries Arnaud, USA. The best value dessert in the world is pastel de nata, Portugal. The most overpriced dessert in the world is 24-karat gold donut, USA. The most luxurious plated dessert in the world is the Fortress Stilt Fisherman Indulgence, Sri Lanka. The most Instagrammable dessert in the world is unicorn milkshake, USA.
The cheapest street snack in the world is donuts. The most affordable favorite street food is takoyaki in Japan. The biggest seasonal jump is roasted chestnuts in Southern Europe and East Asia. The most exotic mid-range street snack is chimney cake from Hungary. The most luxurious street food is lobster roll in the US. The most expensive street snack is golden wagyu beef skewer in Japan.